Turkey is building an alternative waterway to the Bosphorus Strait, Canal Istanbul. But why?
I don't see this as a radical move, as other people do. I see this as, because I take a very long view of history, well, it's about time.
This is the Anaklia port in Georgia. It is becoming a deep-sea port with over $2 billion in investment. And other critical Black Sea ports like Odessa, Constanza, Novorossiysk are expanding their capacities. The Chinese have acquired Piraeus port and are dedicated to further investment. The existing Don-Volga canal is soon to be expanded, while the Viking Corridor investments have been developed to link Baltic countries to the Black Sea. The waterway axis Rhine-Main-Danube that starts from the North Sea and goes through Europe's innerland is being expanded under large-scale TEN-T projects. Why are all these nations still trying to reach the Black Sea? Especially after the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the dynamics of world trade has been changing and demand is increasing, which brings up the importance of new alternative routes and trade corridors. Even before the pandemic, these emerging 7 countries were expected to replace the G7 by economically outperforming them. The volume of global trade is currently 12 billion tons and is expected to double in 2030. As long as the world keeps spinning, trade between countries will continue to rise. China is currently pouring huge amounts of money into Africa. It's building railways, ports, and infrastructure, making itself Africa's largest trade partner. Africa's population is rising rapidly, which presents the potential both for huge production and consumption. In the future, a strong and busy trade triangle within Asia, Europe, and Africa is likely to be formed. In this triangle, the Black Sea is one of the most important trading routes since it has connections to the Caspian Sea, northeastern Europe, and the Mediterranean. All these developments also relate to the increasing geopolitical importance of Turkey, because critical trade corridors, the Middle Corridor and North-South Corridor, intersect in Turkish waters. Geographically, these corridors would create a new logistics hub at the heart of Turkey's Marmara region, thus making Canal Istanbul essential for global trade. In recent years, Turkey has developed its motorways, railways, and Black Sea ports to benefit from this geographic advantage.
It will not just be a canal for ships. It will be more than that. I see this as a logical extension of what Turkey is, the great trading power. Turkey must have a 360-degree export-import policy. It cannot be dependent on Europe. It cannot be dependent on China. It cannot be dependent on the United States. It has to be able to be as flexible as possible, as with any country, in assuring its trade.
The main goal of building Canal Istanbul is to create a new intermodal hub in the region, and building the waterway is a very important part of this ambition. 90% of world trade is done by sea, and there's a reason for that. Although maritime trade is slower than rail, it's the cheapest transport option. Turkey currently offers its Bosphorus link as a strategic passageway to world trade, but the queues at the Bosphorus are becoming longer.
Growing international trade means the need for growing access between water.
Right now, a ship's average waiting duration is 14 hours, and in the incoming years, this waiting time is expected to reach 4 to 5 days.
It would return Eurasia to what it was. Turkey was the intermodal hub. Since the end of World War I, Turkey has not had this role. So this is not a change. This is a return to a situation that existed before. It was a very efficient place.
Canal Istanbul is going to be a 45-kilometer long and 360-meter wide waterway, and the current route has been chosen out of 5 other potential routes. Because this route's track is already 78% water, which makes most of the waterway easier to build. Compared to the Bosphorus, this man-made waterway is planned to be much smaller in depth and width, but straighter and therefore more efficient. The drafts of Black Sea ports have grown drastically, allowing the size of ships that go through the Bosphorus to be much larger compared to previous years. This development means that a fewer number of ships pass through the Bosphorus, but the volume of goods has been increasing every year. This is ASEAN. It's the point where Asia and Europe come closest to each other along the Bosphorus, causing many ship captains a lot of stress. But the man-made canal is aimed to be like a highway that is controlled by cutting-edge technology, which would reduce the chance of potential accidents to a minimum. Canal Istanbul is not simply intended to be the logistics hub of the region, but at the same time it will make the Bosphorus a safer environment for people to enjoy. The project also aims to create ecological balance, including plans for a smart city which will bring jobs and prosperity to the region. And, most importantly, it will be the center of the world, as it always has been.